The Pacers look to take charge. We're going to bring it to you here from Indianapolis, Indiana. Hi, everyone. We're happy to have you with us for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. With Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. And, of course, Brandon Jennings. Since he's out of the picture, the team will have to fill his shoes.
Well, as fans, as teammates, there are a lot of
transition.
You know, that's exactly how you draw it up, Greg, on the board. I mean, good defensive work, aggressive play in the open court. Those two things are hand in glove when they work together.
And the shot is good.
Right there, we saw Bosh opened up space for the shooter. Well done.
Well, you look back at the 2015 Heat, and the injuries are what probably brought that team down. We can go from Chris Bosh with the debilitating blood clot on his lung and on and on and on. The loss, of course, which was not an injury, of LeBron James. There are a lot of moving parts with that team.
And that's a great point, Kevin. If you take any star off the teams, things are going to get difficult.
And he gets it back. They recover it. Wade outside. Lets it go from the wing. Uses the glass that time, and it's good. Wade's got his second bucket.
And a really good way to start the game. He's a guy who, if he gets it going early, he's going to give you problems.
And George, here we go. Everyone understands the importance of Paul George to the ball club. That's why taking his offensive game to the next level would be so beneficial.
They feel thrilled to wear the uniform and play the game they love.
Well, it's been a tight one so far as we get the second quarter going back here. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Heat?
Just the start they're looking for in this game. Solid offensively through the first.
Very crisp and sharp, not much stagnation at all on offense.
In a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. On the court, the Heat leading by 3. Clarkson kicks to Smith. Lets it go from deep. That's good. Smith's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
Nice stroke from long range, and if he keeps getting those opportunities, he better take them.
Stuckey dishes to Ellis. Allen passes to Stuckey. Lets it go from 11. There's Allen. That's good on the assist by Stuckey. Allen's got his second bucket of the night. For Miami, they've gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. And there's the pass to Smith. Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. From deep. Allen with the... Miami's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Clarkson kicks to Smith. Good on the 3-point shots. Smith's got 6.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith as we start breaking it down for you. It was a closely contested first quarter for Miami. They were able to squeeze ahead by the end of the period with just a 1-point lead. Kenny, let's start with you. What'd you think about the Heat?
Well, the reserves really came through when they needed a spark. This is a close game. Any points you can get from your bench are huge. I thought the bench guys came in and inserted themselves like they wanted a starting spot. And that's what you want. Subs who are ready to produce the moment they step on the floor.
Shaq, your take on Indiana.
They're giving up way too many good looks. You want to keep your opponent under 50% shooting? They have not done that. What's the solution? Maybe more ball pressure, more physicality down low. Whatever it is, Ernie, they need to figure it out.
And that'll do it for now as we send you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the second half.
Welcome back, everyone. We're ready to get going again as this presentation.
Yeah, and sometimes it's the little things, the intangibles, that make a big difference.
Exactly. The numbers don't necessarily pop out, but he's really making his presence felt out there on the court.
They've got Paul George. Hill is out there with Lavoy Allen. Then there's Ellis. And it's Hill in at the point guard position. Baseline jumper. And it's Miami with the rebound. Bosh has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Drummond, a bit of a disappointing season last year. Not so much in play, but people wanted to see a bigger leap from him. Now, his numbers are still pretty jaw-dropping, but I think he's got so much there to give.
He has a lot of potential, Kevin.
Points.
You can see that they're not as aggressive from the three-point arc. They had far more attempts in the first half.
Here's Tucker, and he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
And, folks, he does more than just...
Frank Vogel addressing his team. He was not happy with their play to this point, telling them we're getting out hustled, plain and simple. There's still time, but we've got to dial up our effort. Kevin, we'll see if they have enough to get it done.
And, you know, the Pacers had made the playoffs in each of the last 4 seasons prior to last year's miss. Hard for a team that was coming off of back-to-back conference finals appearances to stomach that. But with the injuries, they'll be better and back in the playoffs next year, I'm sure.
And guys, that's his game. I mean, battling in the paint and cashing in on those...
For Hill.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with a pass.
Favors dishes to Clarkson. Fires the three. But he recovers it.
Snatched down the long bounce and got him another possession.
Favors with a screen on Ellis. Smith for three. And that one's good.
And clearly, we will not be witnessing a spirited comeback tonight, albeit as exciting as that would be. This was an excellent all-around performance for the Heat.
And it may be a comfortable win for him, Steve, and in the end, but they had to weather a few storms along the way, Clark, and that's all part of the story.
That's right, Kevin. I mean, this was by no means a runaway that it might appear to have been. I mean, it was a scrappy performance all the way through.
And a milestone win for the season. This will push their victory total to 20 wins even.
And talk about applying pressure to an opponent. Tonight's win will move their record to 2-0 in the season series with 2 more games left to play on their year against the Pacers.
I mean, when you look at the stats, you'll see just how